In this review, we're comparing three leaders in workflow automation: Zapier, Make, and n8n. Each one can connect apps, move data on a schedule or by trigger, and eliminate repetitive work, but they serve different audiences and strength. By the end, you'll know which tool aligns with your use cases, your team skills, and your budget. First, the vibe of each platform. Zapier is the friendliest on-ramp for non-technical users. Fast setup, a clean interface, and a huge catalog of ready-made integrations. Make is the visual power user's canvas. Routers, iterators, mapping, and fine-grained control for complex multi-step logic. n8n is the source-available developer-friendly choice that offers deep flexibility, powerful expressions, custom nodes, and the option to self-host for control, compliance, and predictable cost. Pricing and usage models differ, so model your real runs. Zapier and Make typically meter by tasks or operations. Every executed step reduces your monthly allotment. n8n's cloud favors workflow executions and resources, while self-hosting moves spending to your own infrastructure. The best value depends on frequency, step count, concurrency, and whether you need team features such as shared folders, secrets, SSO, and audit trails. Always check current plan pages and simulate 1 month of traffic. Integrations and connectors matter. Zapier usually wins for breadth, which is perfect for mainstream SaaS stacks and fast prototyping. Make also offers a wide library and adds precise field mapping, branching, and error routes inside a single scenario. n8 ships with solid coverage for popular platforms and leans on HTTP and function nodes to reach any REST API or internal service quickly, often faster than waiting for an official connector. If your team reads API docs, n8n's agility is a major edge. Collaboration and user management grow in importance as teams scale. Zapier's team and company tiers simplify sharing and permissions. Make provides robust collaboration controls, roles, and blueprints on higher plans. n8n supports teams on paid tiers, and if you self-host, you decide provisioning, secret storage, network boundaries, and deployment style. That level of control is valuable when data locality and governance matter. Error handling and reliability separate hobby flows from production. Make excels at visual branching, retries, and error paths, so failures can be caught, transformed, and routed without manual babysitting. Zapier remains approachable with filters, paths, and automatic retries that fit business users. n8n gives you try-catch patterns, conditional logic, split-in batches, and node-level control. Ideal for logging errors, notifying Slack, and continuing downstream when a step misbehaves. Scalability looks different on each platform. Zapier is great for scaling non-technical teams with little maintenance overhead. Make handles intricate, multi-branch processes and high data volumes with strong scheduling, mapping, and parallelization. n8n scales from a single container to distributed workers when self-hosted, letting engineering teams tune performance, add queues, and keep data inside a VPC or behind a firewall. If you must run close to your databases or enforce strict network policies, n8n's deployment options shine. Customization and code flexibility. Zapier and Make both allow custom requests and light scripting in specific steps, often enough for typical business needs. n8n is more developer-centric, expressions everywhere, function nodes for TypeScript-style logic, and custom nodes for reusable components. That makes it easier to version workflows with your application code, test in staging, and promote via CI/CD. AI features have matured across all three. You can drop large language models into flows to summarize text, classify tickets, enrich records, and draft replies. If you care about model choice, privacy, or running open models, n8n's openness and self-hosting are compelling. If you want the fastest path to "it just works," Zapier and Make provide ready-to-use AI steps with minimal wiring. Security and governance should guide enterprise picks. Zapier and Make centralize secrets, offer SSO, SCIM, and audit trails, reducing overhead for IT and compliance. n8n's self-host route hands you ownership of the stack, logs, and update schedule. The trade-off: you're responsible for uptime, patching, and monitoring. Which should you choose? Here's a quick guide. Pick Zapier if you prioritize speed, simplicity, and an enormous integration catalog for business teams. Pick Make if you need visual control, detailed mapping, and complex branching on a single canvas. Pick n8n if you want maximum flexibility, developer-friendly building blocks, or self-hosting for control, privacy, and cost predictability. Practical tips for any platform. Start with one high-value workflow linked to a measurable outcome. Response time reduced, manual work eliminated, or revenue unlocked. Then scale. Map your data clearly. Fields in and fields out, so transformations stay predictable. Add error alerts at system edges so you hear about failures first. Version-critical workflows, label credentials, and assign owners. When you introduce AI, begin with assistive steps, validate outputs, then grant write access gradually. The verdict: Zapier is the fastest route for non-technical teams to ship useful automations. Make is the strongest visual environment for sophisticated multi-step logic. n8n is the power pick for developers and teams who want deep control, custom integrations, and a runway to self-host as needs grow. Choose based on the complexity of your flows, the integrations you rely on, your team's skills, and how you plan to manage cost over time. Test all three with one real workflow from your business. Measure the results and commit to the platform that fits your day-to-day reality, not just a feature list. If this breakdown helped, share it with your team. Subscribe for practical comparisons and real-world templates, and tell me which platform you're choosing and why. See you in the next one.